Hi, this is Teacher Jennifer from U.S. Citizenship Podcast. Every week we bring you practice interviews, quizzes, and the latest news that help you get ready for your U.S. citizenship interview. In today's interview, we're going to preview the revision to the N-400 Application for Naturalization, which will be published in March 2019. Let's get started. In 2014, the USCIS revised the N-400 Application for Naturalization, which ballooned from 10 pages to 21 pages to reflect changes in the U.S. immigration policy. In 2016, it was revised again for some rewording and to pare it down to 20 pages. In March 2019, we're going to see a minor revision of the N-400 Application for Naturalization. Today, I would like to talk about three of those changes. The first change is the inclusion of the accommodation for physical disability or exemptions from certain parts of the interview based on age. That section will now be folded into Part 2 of the personal information. This is going to cause the renumbering of the N-400 sections. The second change I would like to talk about is one of the questions in the travel section, which will now be Part 8. The question reads, list below all the trips of 24 hours or longer that you have taken outside the United States since you became a lawful permanent resident or during the last 10 years, whichever is shorter. So before you had to account for a period of 5 years of travel. Now you're going to have to account for a possible 10 years of travel. The third change I would like to talk about is the rewording of some of the vocabulary in the Part 11 Additional Information section, which is formerly Part 12. Some of the vocabulary has been simplified, but the scope of the question has been broadened, again to reflect the changes in U.S. immigration policy. The first question I would like to talk about is question 11, which is usually associated with organizations. The question will read, have you ever been associated with, worked for, or given any kind of money, help, or any other thing to a group or member of a group that used weapons or engaged in violence? Question 15 about war crimes includes the rewording about sexual assault. Have you ever participated in sexual contact or activity with any person who did not consent, who could not consent, or who was being forced or threatened by you or by someone else? Question 24 about crimes and arrest. Have you ever been arrested, cited, or detained by any law enforcement officer, including any foreign law enforcement officer, any immigration official, or any official of the U.S. Armed Forces for any reason? So again, note the inclusion of any other foreign law enforcement officer. Question 25 is new. Have you ever had your fingerprints taken by a law enforcement officer in any country? Question 30A. Have you ever received a pardon? Question 40. Have you ever been removed or deported from any other country? If you answer yes, please answer the following. When were you removed or deported? From what country were you removed or deported? And why were you removed or deported? In the upcoming weeks, we will be reviewing some of the further details about the revisions of the N-400 Application for Naturalization. But for now, I would like you to review your own personal information to prepare for these new or revised questions. Again, the best place to watch is uscis.gov for all the latest information. Thanks to the students and staff of Milpitas Adult School. Please visit us on the web at uscitizenpod.gov, where you will find more information about President's Day and Black History Month. Thanks for listening. I know you will be a great American citizen. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.